Did you know that in 2015 the textile industry produced as many greenhouse gases by itself as the international flight traffic and ship transport together? Or that the average person throws around 45 plastic bags per year in the ocean? And if you just thought to yourself, wait a minute, I've never actually thrown a single plastic bag in the ocean. Here's a little secret, you have. Now, if you want to know what plastic bags in the ocean and the fast fashion industry have to do with each other, then keep on watching, because this and many more interesting facts about fast fashion are about to blow your mind. Now, what is fast fashion? Fast fashion is a design, manufacturing, and marketing method focused on rapidly producing high volumes of clothing. The industry analyzes the latest fashion trends and then mass produces them in less than 5 weeks with cheap, low-quality materials in order to bring inexpensive but trendy styles to the public. Wait, trendy and super affordable clothes that are mass-produced so there's more than enough for everybody? Well, yeah, but even though that sounds like a dream, it's an actual nightmare. One of the main factors for why fast fashion is so bad is the amount of clothing that is produced and sold each year. More than 60 million people worldwide work in the fashion industry, and there are more than 80 billion clothing items produced per year. A separate study found out that fast fashions are constructed so that they typically last no more than 10 wearings due to their cheap quality. The fashion industry is one of the most polluting industries in the world. The whole buying and throwing away has led to the consumer of fashion being twice as high in 2014 than it was in the year 2000. A consequence of this is that a lot of clothing isn't kept long, taken care of, and appreciated anymore like it used to. It was found out that fast fashion sellers like H&M, Zara, Forever 21, Shein, Primark, and Co. are in possession of tons and tons of unsold clothing items and are destroying and burning an unthinkable amount of these. In conclusion, for every single t-shirt made, there are resources like mineral oil, cotton, or water used. The environment is polluted with toxic chemicals, and millions of people who produce the clothing in countries with low labor laws are taken advantage of and hurt. Now let's get back to the paper bags in the ocean. Why is that so, you may ask? Many synthetic clothes such as nylon and polyester are forms of plastic, and they now make up about 60% of materials that make our clothing worldwide. When clothes are washed, they release microplastics that end up in the ocean and in our food chain. A University of Climate study suggests that over 700,000 microplastic fibers could be released with every single clothes wash, which is why there are about 45 plastic bags thrown away by the average human in the ocean each year.
Let me tell you 5 facts about fashion. Fact number 1. According to the World Wildlife Organization, it takes about 2,700 liters to make one cotton t-shirt. One person could stay hydrated from this amount of water for 900 days. And if you shower with 6 liters per minute, you could shower for 7 hours and 30 minutes. For making one jeans, the industry needs 8,000 liters of water. One person could stay hydrated for 2,666 days. Or you could shower for 22 hours. Fact number 2. The University of Queensland found out that we buy 80 billion new pieces of clothes every year. Fact number 3. We don't wear 40% of the clothing that we own. Fact number 4. 1 out of 10 clothes get resold on average, while the other ones end up in landfills or developing countries. And fact number 5. According to Planet 8, clothes take up to 40 years to decompose, while shoes take up to 1,000 years to decompose.
So you're probably asking yourself, how can I be more sustainable and buy more sustainable clothes? So we have 7 tips for you on that topic. Tip number 1, buy second-hand clothes, for example in thrift stores, flea markets, or even on apps like Vinted. I myself even bought some shoes off of the app and sold my own clothes on there. But it's far more expensive than a flea market. Tip number 2 is to look for fair and ecological brands such as Get Changed and Utopia, and they have certain criteria that the clothes have to go through in order to be in their shop. Tip number 3 is to look for seals such as Fairtrade or Global Organic Textile Standards, and they also have certain criteria that the products have to go through, so you know that it is sustainable what you're buying. Tip number 4 is to avoid certain clothes such as used look jeans, because they are made with sandblast, which can harm the workers and they can get dust lungs. Fifth tip is to be more responsible when it comes to shopping. So you can buy one piece that is more sustainable and more expensive instead of 3 that are not sustainable at all but cheap. Number 6 is to avoid chemicals in your clothes. So if your clothes say that you don't have to iron them, there are probably chemicals in them. You could instead buy organic cotton, linen, hemp or wool clothes. Our last tip is to wash economically friendly. Use for example organic detergent or wash with only 30 degrees. That's it.